And good to have you back. We are now joined by the Port Lavaca Police Chief calling right now and Blue Santa. Thank you guys for being here today. Appreciate your time.
Well, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So tell me about the Blue Santa program.
So I personally have been involved in it since 2008 when I started in Port Lavaca.
So you know it pretty well then.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's really fun. I know at the beginning of it, it was mostly just officers delivering gifts. We were able to get blessed with Blue Santa to come, and for almost 20 years now, we deliver gifts to all the kids in the community. So.
Yeah. And Blue Santa, tell me, what is the goal of Blue Santa? What is the purpose?
The purpose of Blue Santa is obviously to represent the police department, the blue, and then secondly is that it says to make the children, provide for the children something that they may not have gotten otherwise. So the community comes together and makes that happen.
Okay, and what is the goal for Blue Santa? Like, how many gifts do you guys get? What's the community output?
We average about 30 to 40 families a year, but when we deliver the whole Blue Santa gang, if we see a child that's out, we always have extra toys. So every child that we see will get a toy if they're along the parade route. So.
Oh, okay. So where do you guys pass out the toys? You guys don't go. Does Blue Santa go to people's homes?
Correct. We go home to home as far as the families that. As far as the application process and the families that are chosen for the program. So along the routes from the different houses, if we see a child, they definitely get a toy too. So.
Oh, that's so kind. And so what is the application process? How does a kid get Blue Santa to bring him a gift?
So just stop by the police department, ask for application. Our applications will close on the 7th. So we're actually in the process right now. There are a few requirements as far as, I believe it's utility bill, birth certificates, and some other requirements, and then turn in your application.
So it's based on, it would be income based, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Gotcha, I understand. And Blue Santa, how does it feel when you give a kid a toy? What's the look on their face? Tell me about that.
It's a very rewarding feeling. The children are most often very appreciative, and so that makes you feel really good about doing what you're doing.
No, absolutely. And you mentioned earlier this is a way for the community to get to know their police force, correct?
Correct.
And why is that so important?
Well, we definitely don't want to be strangers behind a badge.
Absolutely.
We're a small community, and as far as the philosophy of policing in such a manner is a positive for our community. Every year, you know, it's cameras, it's families all together, taking pictures with the officers, taking pictures with the firefighters, and of course Blue Santa. So it's a really good time as far as it goes. Alrighty.
And what should people know about this program?
Like I said, we're over 20 years. It's only we did have a good year last year. I know we had some issues as far as trying to get it back up and running again last year in the community.
Because of COVID.
Correct.
Yeah, of course.
And the community really came out and you know, we now have a wrap party that's going to be on December 13th. So as far as the community coming together, they really helped us out as far as making sure the program stayed strong. So.
Blue Santa, I'm assuming you've delivered toys before, correct?
Yes, I have.
Give me your most memorable time. The one that you can just think of right off the bat.
I don't recall the specific one. I'm sorry. I can't remember it. There's not a certain memorable event.
But it's just going out there, just that feeling of being there for the children.
Actually, perhaps that is it. That some of the kids who haven't made the application process, and they come out because they see Santa Claus and they see the kids getting gifts, and so us going and grabbing those gifts. And giving them to them, just as a total surprise. That's the best part.
Absolutely.
They're not expecting anything, and then all of a sudden, boom, Santa Claus is in their front yard.
All right. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate your time. And for everybody watching, applications for the program will be available November 29th through December 10th at the Port Lavaca Police Department. New unwrapped toys can, of course, be dropped off at the Port Lavaca Police Department and the Port Lavaca Wave as well, and also on the Mary on Main Street. Plus, as you heard, wrapping is set for December 13th. Thank you guys so much for being here, and we're back in a moment with more Christmas cheer, this time at the Victoria Public Library.